Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Ready from Ratey's Rise. We're back here at Jaguar Land Rover St. Petersburg, and guess what? I have that one large SUV from that iconic German brand that got some recent updates. It's this vehicle right here. This is a 2025 BMW X7. This particular one is an xDrive 40i. But before we get into this full-size, full-on luxury SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. So yes, you heard correctly. This BMW X7 currently is the largest SUV that they sell in the United States. Obviously, it all starts with the X1, the X2, X3, so on and so forth. You get the big picture here. Now, when it comes to this size and class of vehicle, there's a lot of competition. But is the BMW the must-have if you want a unique driving experience and that high-end luxury feel? Let's go ahead, let's dive into our X7 and find out. Right off the bat, the blue. Blue really fits it nicely. It's classy, it's sporty, all at the same time. You'll notice that updating lighting that they've recently added, LED, and it's BMW LED, duh. LED daytime running lamps, turn signals up top. We work our way down, you have LED headlights, and I like the way that they actually brought it. I'm gonna have Steven kind of swing all the way around. This is a functional air curtain. Very interesting how they made it to where the air literally hits it head on and then kind of funnels into the air curtain. A little bit of gloss black, the rest all that nice dark blue finish. But let me know what you think about that split light setup. I know a lot of brands have moved to it, but are you liking it on this BMW? Now, as we come across that iconic kidney-shaped grille design, you have your vertical slots with that sort of aluminum feel to it, a nice stainless steel feel to the outside perimeter. You'll notice that these are closed. They actually open when you're driving. So they have active shutters. They're in their closed position right now to bring that cool air in. And we also have a forward-facing camera. It's not my favorite placement. It sort of looks like a third eye. So if you're into cyclopses or people that have an extra eye of some type, you'll probably like that. But it just, I don't know, it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. Down below, nicely shaped, functional on the center portion, the gloss black, same story. You got the doors that open and close. The big zonk I have is that these large openings, they're basically love bug collectors. So we have these bugs here in Florida that only come out in May and October. They're called love bugs. This looks like two sort of like catch cans for those gross love bugs. But let me know what you think about the face of this 2025 X7. Now, as we rise up, I love the way they shape the hood to form fit with that kidney-shaped grille design. You got the BMW badge, so much history. Bavarian Motor Works. A little bit of a sort of concave indentation on each side, but you could definitely tell this is German style. The way they do their crisp lines really gives it a unique look. Now, when we come around the bend, what are we working with wheel and tire setup? So on this X7, it is the 40i. You're looking at 21-inch wheel, split spoke design, machined aluminum, large powder-coated silver calipers. And then one thing you'll definitely notice is that everything is painted, no flat black. I love the way that BMW does that. No flat black whatsoever. Tire size, 285 on the width, 45 series sidewall. And like you heard at the start of this review, this is xDrive, which is BMW's all-wheel drive setup. It's rear-wheel drive based, and then it sends power to the front wheels as well. Now, coming down the rest of the side, you got a little bit of gloss black, and then Steven's swinging around and show you it's a fake vent. So I am gonna have to zonk the fake vent. It looks good, but like I tell Steven a lot of the time is that it's all show and no go. You do have your gloss black on your mirror caps. We do have 360-degree cameras and your turn signals. From the side, this is full size. Now, is it as big as, say, a Chevy Tahoe or a GMC Yukon? No, but this is the largest BMW that they have. Up top, you have those raised roof rails, gloss black, Gloss black around the window frame openings. Everything kind of blends in nicely with the blue. And then we even have color mesh on the door handles and everything painted all the way down. Now, as we work towards our rear, good sized quarter window. And then when we come around the back side, it's good. It's just not great. You do have a stubby roof spoiler. The thing that kind of turns me off, we got to zonk the exposed wiper. I do like the badging, the way they do their badging, X-Drive 40i. That X7 badge, a little bit of shiny bright metal work finish, LED taillights looking good. The saving grace is as we drop down, you do have functional exhaust on both sides. Nice decorative trim ring. And then you have this really kind of small simulated rear diffuser area, but everything is painted that beautiful dark blue finish. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see what the heck is powering this X7. All right, guys, we have the hood popped. You do have hood struts now. This is the entry level into the X7. Obviously, you go higher with the designation numbers, you get more power and you actually get more cylinders. Underneath the hood of this one, you do get a very tasteful engine cover. Love the way they do the bracing to tie everything in. This is a straight six. So it's a 3-liter inline six turbocharged engine. It puts out 375 horsepower, 398 pound-feet of torque. It does utilize a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission with the all-wheel drive. 0 to 60, not too shabby, 4.5 seconds. Top speed is governed to 128 miles an hour. MPGs, 21 in the city, 25 on the highway, and the vehicle weighs 5,545 pounds. Now, the one thing to remember is that you do have those other engine options as well. So you can get twin turbo V8s in this thing if that's what you want to do. But the nice thing is that you do get a pretty stout starting point, which is going to help with bringing value to your luxury setup. Towing, you're looking at right around 7,500 pounds worth of towing capacity. But interesting how this does have a straight six, not a V6, and it is turbocharged. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire it up and see it move. All right, guys, we're inside this 2025 BMW X7 X-Drive 40i. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I want some luxury, but I also need a larger SUV to haul all my kids around in, take them to practice, take them to school. How much is this one? This particular one, the asking price is $83,000. But let's see if the BMW X7 is the must-have luxury SUV. To the door panels, I do love the two-tone. The black leather with the stitching, followed by that baseball glove tan with the contrast stitching. You'll notice that silver trim has ambient lighting in the center, and then that's open pore real wood, a nice dark stain. Door pocket is ginormous. You could get 4 bratwursts in there and a bottle of German spicy mustard and some root beer to wash it down. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, more of that nice soft touch with the stitching. We have the X7 badge, and this all illuminates ambient lighting at night. That open pore wood, watch out when you're rubbing your wood. You don't want to get a splinter on this. Slide on in, we have that massive screen display. 14.9 inches for the infotainment system, and then 12.3 inch for the digital gauge cluster. It's full touchscreen capability, obviously. You can control your dual climate control. We can get to our home screen. You got all the different apps. More apps than the Apple App Store. You could check all that information. I mean, it's very, very intuitive and very easy to use. And I do like the colors and the graphics. You could get into seat controls, all those different things very easily. Now, the big zonk is that all the controls are in the screen, unfortunately. So that to me is a big zonk. I don't want to go on the screen. I want to be able to have real knobs, but you can see how you can pull your AC controls up. And then we do have 3 stages of ventilated seats and 3 stages of heated seats. Let me throw it into reverse. Beautiful resolution, trajectory, and the 360, which is great. And then we're right back to where we started. Well, technically, sort of that's where we started. Working our way down, this all lights up at night. You got a real volume knob, more of that open pore dark stained wood with the ambient lighting. Watch this. Open sesame, wireless charging, a place for 2 payday bars with extra nuts, USB-A, a 12-volt, 2 cup holders. This is your BMW iDrive controller knob. This guy right here is going to control your ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. And then you could even adjust the height with the adaptive air ride suspension. Very, very cool to have that technology. Bombs away! USB-C and enough room in there for a magic 8-ball. And no, I'm not talking about drugs, kids. I'm talking about the magic 8-ball that you ask questions to, you shake it, and then it gives you an answer. And that is a way to make very important decisions in your life. Like if you should get married, have a child, those types of things. Seats, the leather, the perforations, love how soft the material is. Electric assist for the passenger, electric assist for the driver. Up top we got Alcantara headliner with that power sunshade and a panoramic sunroof, which is wonderful. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you behind the leather wrapped steering wheel in this X7. All right guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 2 memory seat settings for the driver's seat. I do like the way you have a nice aluminum sill plate with the M badge that illuminates. And then a pedal box that looks decent. Aluminum throttle, brake pedal. I just wish there was a aluminum dead pedal. That would have been nice. But I love all the easy to access seat controls. Really, really nice. And I like the way it has a nice finish to it. I'm 6 feet tall. Plenty of room in here, and these seats are so comfortable. Steering wheel, they do a great wheel. The thickness, the leather, even stitching on the leather horn button. You do have paddles to go up and down the 8-speed automatic, and it is a power tilting telescoping wheel. And then of course we got the 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. You can go into different modes, which are cool, and that's going to adjust how the screen is displayed and what information is displayed. Plus you got a head-up display, so you're covered there as well. But let's get into the mid-row and the third row and see if your passengers are going to love this X7. All right guys, mid-row time in the X7. You do get these captain's chairs. Love, like I said, the stitching, the softness of the leather. Even the armrest is appropriate for a human arm, and I like the way you have these little extenders. Those are nice as well. You can just flip it out of the way. 1, 2, 3. AC vents in the frame, nice extra touch. You have large pockets here. You could put a couple issues of Nintendo Power, especially if you're trying to, get to the end of Legend of Zelda. As you slide on in, you got your AC vents, dual climate in the mid row, and you do have heated seats, no ventilated seats. Would have been nice to have ventilated seats at $81,000. Your German Twinkie holder, a 12-volt, 2 USB-Cs, and 2 cup holders. Sitting here, like I said, I'm 6 feet tall. The seats are great. Let's see if they move. Yes, it's all power assist. So really nice to have power adjustments for the mid-row. And Steven will show you, here's all the controls for that. Now to get the seat to move, so you can get in the back, you just pull up and electrically it slides forward. I'm gonna try to squeeze here. I'm gonna wait for this to move and we're gonna do a little squeeze play. Is it humanly possible to go from the mid-row to the third row? Yes, it is. Even though I got my size 12 shoes on. Pull this up. Actually, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. First of all, I have AC controls on the back seat area here. I have heated seats. And I have my own little sunroof. Isn't that cute? Huh. Wow. That's what you get for $81,000. I don't think I've been in a third row where it's made me go, wow. And you have AC vents nice and high. Ooh, that feels good. I mean, my knees are a little high, but nothing too crazy. I'm actually kind of impressed. Wow. Let's get into the cargo area though and see how much room there is in this X7. All right guys, cargo area time. Nice electric assist. You do have that split gate setup. Electric on the top. Of course, we hit the button. Electric on the bottom as well. You have all your switch gear to lower the seats down on the driver's side here. And what's nice is that with the third row up, you have 13 cubic feet of space. Once that third row folds down, you're actually going to then get 49 cubic feet of space. I do like the way they have a 12 volt. And of course, that nice little Twinkie holder there for your special Twinkies that you want to bring on your trip. But getting down the seats, it's all touch activated with the buttons. And then you see you get that 50-50 split. They fold down. Now you're looking at 49 cubic feet of space. You fold down the mid row, that's going to give you 90 cubic feet of space. Like I was telling you about, you have your ambient lighting on the third row, nice soft touch leather. And then having that flexibility. I think for the room though, it's going to be a little squishy, a little tight for those third row passengers. But we're not sitting in the third row. You're sitting up front with me. You're my navigator. I'm the captain, and we're about to go on throttle. So why don't we go and see how this BMW X7 does. All right, guys, we're behind the wheel of this 2025 BMW X7 xDrive 40i, and right away, I do love the layout of the interior. I'm glad they got rid of all their gloss black. This open pore wood, dark stained wood is absolutely gorgeous. Great visibility, and it's easy to get to that 14.9-inch infotainment system screen. Of course, with a BMW, you're gonna have some really, really good sound deadening material and some nice acoustic glass to keep the outside noise away and not bothering you. But coming to a stop, we're gonna go on throttle. I do have it in sport mode. On throttle, here we go. Not too shabby for this standard X7. I mean, that straight six turbocharged power plant gets some good pep going. And with the xDrive, it actually gets the power to the ground very, very nicely. Super comfortable. There is some sound being pumped in through the speakers, but that's what BMW does. Not my favorite, so I am gonna zonk it, but it's not too horrible. But it's just very, very smooth. And for a larger SUV, it's very balanced. It's sort of like BMW taking that race car DNA and M DNA, their motorsports DNA, and bringing it in to all their vehicles. On throttle, here we go. I also like the way it's rear-wheel drive biased. And I think you're gonna be very happy with all the appointments in here. The heated seats, the ventilated seats, each of your different passengers, depending on what row they're in, is gonna be pampered very nicely by this X7. And like I said, just overall, it's a very, very balanced SUV. I mean, look at this. Going to this right-hand turn, very controllable, very communicative, which is good, and very smooth. 8-speed shifts very nicely, whether you're going up the gears or down the gears. And if you want to do it manually, you could use the paddles behind the wheel. But it's the seats, man. The seats on this thing, they feel great. They really, really do. Just a really smooth driving experience. On throttle. Really controllable, and just it's gonna make daily driving this thing a breeze because of how communicative it is, all the information that you have, the accessibility to everything. and then the comfort as well. But I'm hoping that this has been a good overall review of what the X7 xDrive 40i is bringing for 2025. We're gonna get back to Jaguar Land Rover St. Pete and wrap this one up. So I will see you in a split second. All right guys, another day, another SUV. Definitely want to thank Miro and the rest of the crew getting us this 2025 BMW X7. Let me know what you think. Is this the must-have SUV when you're looking at that German luxury over the competition? Very curious to see what you have to say about it. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Race Rides family. Gotta get out to Stephen Flood. No matter what vehicle we are filming, he is game for it, although he does like performance cars. So he's a little sad on this one. Dry those teary-eyed, Stephen. Don't worry, we have some Porsche performance coming your way. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.